Welcome to Halloween 2020. For the next 7 minutes, please enjoy watching the process of turning this into this. With zero planning so far, I decided Thursday to take the next 48 hours to try to make it more interesting for my kids to stay home than to trick or treat. So here's what I'm thinking. Candy shoots, shadow puppets. Maybe I'll buy a fog machine. I work in a theater department and we're not doing any plays right now, so I gotta put this energy somewhere, so let's get to it. First, we have to clear off the porch. All summer I've been using it as a makeshift workshop while I build a bedroom in the attic. Time to move the scrap drywall to the kitchen, sweep, vacuum, bing bang boom. And once it's clean, we're going to fill it with junk again. Hot press, burlap, the fog machine, sump pump, bed sheets, PVC pipe, furring strips, theatrical lighting, spray paint, wooden pallet, rope, gutters, spooky props from the theater, and a helper. Lightsaber optional. When I work on a project, I like to sketch out the ideas and then test. Our first test will be a candy chute from the door.
Just go for it. Alright, that's okay.
That works fine, but wouldn't it be exciting if we could get a candy chute to work from the second floor?
What are these tubes for?
That's to get from the window to here.
3, 2, 1.
That was amazing!
It was amazing, and it might be even more amazing if we take it from the attic, but I don't know how to get up there, so we're gonna say the second floor is amazing enough. Now the installation won't actually happen until tomorrow. For now, we can continue to prepare the porch and make shadow puppet frames. In theater, we use black commando cloth to block any unwanted light, so I'm putting up scraps to cover up the lower windows where my kids will be operating the shadow puppets. Once that's done, we're measuring our windows so we can cut the furring strips at 45-degree angle. Do that a few times. Pre-drill so it won't split. It split a little anyway, and that's okay. Just do that 8 to 12 times, and now we're ready to cover them. Cut fabric to fit the frames. If you use bed sheets, remind your kids that they are not to cut their own bed sheets without help from a grown-up. Attach the fabric the same way an artist stretches a canvas. Secure the center first, pulling the fabric taut, then work your way out from the middle, stapling as you go. If any of my former art teachers are watching, forgive me, this isn't going to be perfect. I'm on a time crunch. Remove the excess fabric so it doesn't cast unwanted shadows. Yes, I'm using my kitchen scissors, but when you have 4 kids, sometimes it's hard to find scissors. At last, we have our shadow screens custom designed to fit our porch windows perfectly. The shadow effect will be created when we blast it with light from behind and press cutouts against the screen. And I know it's getting late, but we have to test it before bed.
So I gotta take it, put this on it. Oh, this works. This is nice. We're chasing you!
There's a gun!
We will get you!
There's a gun!
I hope it doesn't snow.
And now that it's bedtime, we'll put out a spooky light and set up some of the puppets as decoration.
Okay.
Trying to sleep in, but can't. Still too much to do on my list. But I'm also dragging a bit this morning, so we start with easy things like bringing our pumpkins out to the front yard, getting gel to make our puppet lights spookier. Then we start setting up the big stuff. Running pipe through our spooky theatrical props. And anchoring everything into place. Set up our new fog machine. I'm sure that's what this slot is for. And like everything else, once it's set up, we have to test it. It works! Now that we have a place for the candy chute to go, we can start constructing and hanging the chute. I'm opening up a section of gutter for the end of the chute. I'm cleaning it out and covering it in bright paper. I want the end of the candy chute to be a little cooler than the rest of it. I just happen to have some LED tape around, so I'm putting that around the candy bucket and the end of the chute. Then I realize I have to anchor the candy bucket a little differently. So we pull out the LED tape, put some fabric in there, and put some other lights in. It seems like when you're on a time crunch, everything is more difficult, like untangling the rope. We're suspending the candy chute from the trees in our front yard. Next, we knock off another easy task like setting up a theatrical light. And than waste our precious little time untangling extension cords. Trick-or-treating starts at 4:30. We have less than 2 hours to go, so it's time to prioritize. Cut the things we won't have time for and focus on what we need, like a skull-shaped light box for the end of the candy chute. How can you tell it's opening night unless the paint is still wet? Put some gels in to color the light. Put some foil in to bounce the light. Attach to the end of the chute, and it looks pretty good. We have 7 minutes to go, and we're still having some issues with the second story pipeline.
All right, try it.
Darn it, it's stuck again. That's fine, we have a backup plan in place. When everything's working, it's really, really cool.
Cool.
But we won't make perfect the enemy of good. We'll have candy in the bowl in case it doesn't work. We've come a long way between yesterday and today, but I think we're officially ready. Please stand by for trick-or-treaters. Go.